Hello and welcome to Bevo's Tech Pack, episode number 52. I hope you're all having a good Friday. I've been doing some work between the last two episodes. If you notice in here, I actually have a Master Blood Orb. That's because I've gone crazy. Completely blood magic crazy. Bam. Check this out. So, we actually have a fully functioning tier 4 altar right now, and I've gone absolutely bonkers making runes and stuff. So right now our witches are doing very good things for us. And the only thing that I'm missing to make this an effective tier 5 altar are beacons, which means I need to kill withers. And yes, that's what we'll be doing today after a few little things. I've actually got something to confess about withers. About, say, 10 episodes ago, I attempted to kill one and I was grossly unprepared for it. And for the past 10 episodes, I've actually had a wither running loose in the Twilight Forest. The first thing that we're going to be killed is going to be him, and then we're going to go on to get his brothers. Let's see, there is a few things that we need to take care of, first of all. Mainly, I need a good melee weapon. I was using something else before. I think I had like the Ender. We're not using that. We're going to make a Tinker's Construct Cleaver, and we're going to put a butt ton of quartz on it. The other thing we want to do real quick is I found something out that's really, really interesting about the villager trade thing over here, and I have to share this. Alright. So in my inventory I have a soul vial, a golden lasso, and a safari net. Now I know this works for the soul vial, I don't know if it works for the other two, and I really want to find out. If I go ahead and... So right now, if there's like a ton of villagers in there, it's actually kind of hard to determine which one you want to use this on, because they'll get packed really tight. I would go so far as to say it's near impossible. At least when it gets packed. So if we go ahead, and I've noticed this, I accidentally right-clicked on this with the soul vial, which we're going to do right now. We're just going to right-click on the trading post. It'll bring up the trading post screen like normal. But if I were to click on one of these villagers, let's say this one right here, it's got a single emerald for 3 glowstone blocks. That's pretty good. If we select that, it actually places the villager inside of the vial. And come back. And just to see, that is the right one. I had no idea these things would do that. That is fantastic. And the next bit of the trick here is to see if it's just soul vials that do that, or if it's all of these things. So let's try the lasso. And let's go for the one with the mahogany. That worked too. Alright, and last one for safari net. Let's go for the force track. I don't think you're supposed to be able to acquire the force track. And that worked as well. That's freaking awesome. That is awesome in so many ways. Unfortunately for these guys, they have to go back into the little cubby hole for now. So let's go ahead and pick all of you guys up. There's no easy life for them. They have to stay there and enjoy it. Alright, so now the main thing that we need to do today, let's go ahead and go back down to the basement. And we need to drop off these, get rid of these monster carrying things at some place. That one's empty. Let's get rid of that too. Alright, so what we are going to do actually, we're going to go ahead and make a cleaver, right? And it's been a very long time since I've done any Tinker's Construct stuff, because I've been pretty much using my digital miner for my atomic disassembler, and my monosteel tools for everything. However, when it comes to damage, you cannot beat a cleaver. Let's see, I believe we need the large blade pattern, we're going to need the large plate, and a tough rod. Where's the tough rod? I think that is. Yeah. Alright, so let's check this out. For the cleaver, so it's 1 blade, 1 plate, 2 rods. That's easy. So what I will need to do though is I need to actually make the templates for these things, because I've since lost what I had. I'm sure I could probably find it, but really, considering what it actually costs to make this stuff, it's easier just to make a new cast. Oops, you can't cast that. Alright, and this should actually be prepped already. It's like I knew what I was going to do. It's scary when it happens. It's very, very scary. Hello? I'm using gold since I have an absolute ton. Oh, it's there. Little delay there. I'm using gold since I have a ton of it. I'm not really worried about resources, and it's a lot more convenient than actually mixing up the aluminum brass. This is also a test today of some performance things. I've actually got my server here running on a new server, so it's no longer going to be on a laptop behind me. It's much, much better. Plus, this will mean that I can actually set some farms up and have them run, which will help with getting some things actually accomplished. Alright, so the first thing that I'm going to need to do is we need to make up some manilion. Because right now we get gold in there, that's going to be of no use. Let's do... see, these go 2 to 1, right? You know what? Let's go ahead and put in that many, and then we'll put in the equal amount of, well, no, half of that in cobalt. So that's what, 18? Alright, so we've got everything smelted up here. We are going to have a manilium bladed cleaver with a manilium large plate, a ardite tough rod, and a cobalt tough rod. And I'm only doing it this way because we get the reinforced as well as the stonebound. In practicality, I won't ever need the stonebound. However, I have more than enough of the two of those materials. You know what? I should actually start making manilium blocks for my reactor, now that I think about it. I'll add that to my list of stuff to do. Alright, so we have our cleaver. And now what we're going to do is put a ton of quartz on it. I want this thing to be the most damaging thing I have ever made. I probably could have put some paper on here to, you know, actually make that a possibility, but I mean, for right now, I think we're good. And I'm just glad that you're able to add blocks of quartz at a time instead of just doing individual quartz. Because this clanking sound is, oh, so annoying. Luckily, though, I'm going to get to share it with all of you. It's just the kind of person I am. Alright. So it's at 192 out of 216, it's almost there. So just 8 more times. Actually, no, it's more than 8 times, because after that... yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and make this up into actual blocks. Bam. There we go. That's better, but at least we're doing 8 at a time this way instead of just 2. There we go, so it's at plus 30 attack, it's 16.5 hearts, so that's pretty good. I think this will do us well. Excuse me. Alright, so there is one last thing we need to do. See, I have a flux-infused bow I made here. I've also gone ahead and enchanted my armor. Unfortunately, despite dropping 120 levels into this, I have nothing to show for it. We have Fire Protection 4, Respiration 3, Aqua Affinity 1. It's okay, I mean, it's good to have a mix of Fire Protection, Blast Protection, and stuff. Unfortunately, for the rest of my stuff, I ended up with Blast Protection 4, Unstable 2, Last Stand 2, Fire Protection 3, Unbreaking 3, Unbreaking 3, Unstable 2. So it's pretty terrible enchantments, actually. Let's see, and I don't think there's anything else I really need. I think what we're going to do, though, is just for the Last Stand, I believe that uses XP, so we're going to go ahead and take that. And we are going to head over to the Twilight Forest and see if we can avenge myself. See, is this thing, let's take that off real quick. Okay, so that's on. There we go. So we are going to go to the Twilight Forest. And what we are going to do when we get near the Wither is put on this handy dandy little amulet of ours that we've been using for blood magic. Now, where Oh yeah, I lost my map since I moved to the server. Oops. Let's see. I think he's over this way. Well, just listen for the screams of the wildlife, and that'll let us know if we're heading in the right direction. Maybe a little bit more south. Well. Really? Is he, gone? Oh, south. The other south. You know, I should look at my mini-map. I have it there, and it's, doing me oh so good when I, don't pay attention to it. Alright. A little over this way, perhaps. The possibility exists that when I did the transfer over from my local world to the server that I might have done something that resulted in him dying, though I really doubt it. Alright, I'm not even seeing the thing I had set up actually for the spawn chamber. Alright, so that's a wither hole. I know that site, that's definitely a wither hole, and that is the spawn chamber. So it looks like he's actually dead. That's unfortunate. I was looking forward to killing him. I mean, unless he wandered into the forest over here, in which case I don't want any of that. Let's see if he wandered this way. Keep your eyes peeled for any wither holes. Alright, I'm not seeing anything. Oh, that's extremely odd. See, it shouldn't have killed him. I didn't do anything that would have gotten rid of hostile mobs or anything. Oh well, he's probably around here somewhere, and one day I'm going to find him, and it's going to hurt a lot. With any luck, though, I'll have that recorded so that you'll get to see it. Everyone say hello to the gas tower. That one was that close to us before, and I went all the way over this way for one. Seems about right. Alright, so this means that I think we're going to go get our own withers. We just have to stop by the nether, pick up some skulls, and get some soul sand. That's sad. I was looking forward to killing this guy. At least attempting to, anyway. This looks like a nice, peaceful area to maybe attempt to kill a wither or two. Fun fact, my digital miner is just over that mountain range there, so if this goes horribly wrong, I'll be out of digital miner. Luckily, though, I will not be out of a base. So we're just going to go ahead and get this stuff set up over here. We'll do one at first, see how it goes. I hope this doesn't end up with me in tears. It's already happened once, I don't need it to happen again. Alright, is this bow? No, it's not. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to empower that, and then do that. Alright. That's a wither. Wither, wither, wither. Wither, wither, chicken, dither. Oh wow, this bow's awesome. Alright, I like this bow. And so far I don't need to use the regen amulet, so that's good. Alright. Come to Morat. Come to Morat. Oh yeah, this is good. Oh, that was fantastic. That was so much better than I thought it was going to be. Alright, we got a heart there. And oh, I already got another star. Fantastic. So let's go ahead and do this again. Looks like the only one that lost was that sheep. And this spider. Alright. Just go ahead and spawn the guy over here again. Let's concentrate our destruction of the terrain to one area. You can see I still have some copper here. This is, I think, from, yeah, Flaxbeards. This is an old world. It's seen many config changes. Alright, and 1, 2, 3. And right now I actually have my chest plate, the Dark Solarium thing, set to charge the bow. So it's this is actually working quite well for me. Hey, get back. There we go. As long as I stay moving, he shouldn't be able to get me that easily. Pivot! Ah, fantastic. Come to Morin. Oh, that's awesome. You know what I think we're going to do? I think we're going to do 2 withers at once. I think that's what the sword wants us to do. I do. I think it is. We have a little bit of mining fatigue, but that is because of the big honking sword we got. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll go ahead and put these here. Oh, yeah. That one's a slightly malformed wither. We'll have a head coming out of his butt. Alright, so 1, 2, 2, and for good measure, withers. I hope I don't regret this. Alright, 1, 2, 3. They're attacking each other. Alright. This is a lot easier than I thought it would be, I have to be completely honest. I think it helps though, this bow is fantastic. I have never made actually any real good weapons from the Redstone Arsenal mod. For the most part I just never bothered, but I definitely will give them more a try after this. Let's get the other one down to blue before we start attacking the one that currently is. There we go, okay. Little 2-on-1 action. Okay. Ah. Oh, at the same time, too. That is just magical. Alright, I tell you what. So I think for the celebratory bit of this episode, let's go get us a tier 5 blood altar. What do you think? That sounds really good to me. Now, which way's home? Okay, so that went a lot better than I thought it would, and for that I'm extremely grateful. So let's go ahead and get ourselves some beacons. So these are going to be fantastic. Huh, make obsidian slabs. Guess who never paid attention? Alright, so 1, 2, 3, and 4. La. Alright, so if we go ahead and give this a click right now, we have a tier 4 altar, which is good and all, but it's not a tier 5. If we go ahead and put these down, right now the beacon's not really going to do anything because, you know, beacons don't do anything on wood. I need to replace these bases with blocks to get the effect. Though to be completely honest, using the witches as my main source of LP, I don't think I need this. I mean, if I wanted to do some natural stuff to leave some of the self-sacrifice in here, I guess it might make sense. But I really don't see it making a difference now. Alright. Plus I need to make a good way to actually get around in here, because right now it's kind of a mess. Is the exit over here? Yes, it is. Alright. And if we give this a click, what do we have now? Tier 5 altar. Oh yeah. That is awesome. I have to be honest, this is actually the first time I've gotten a tier 5 altar in Blood Magic. I normally get to a tier 4 and say, that's good enough, we'll stick with that. So this is pretty nice. Plus, I now have a ton of these the sacrifice and the self-sacrifice on there, so this is even more amazing than it was before. What is actually next for Blood Magic? I mean, really getting the next tier orb is the main thing, right? Which I think means I need to kill a demon. It's the Archmage? Yeah, Archmage's Blood Orb, which I need a Demon Blood Shard for. and then 75,000 LP. That 75,000 is not a problem. I have, what, 42 in there right now, so yeah, that's not an issue. I wonder actually, how do you kill a demon? I think you need to kill some elementals first and then get the stuff, or the demon then the elementals. I don't know. I tell you what though, I do have a little bit more time left for this episode, so I think we should probably go find out. Alright, so welcome back to the Field of Destruction. It was a nice place until I showed up. Anyway, so I've done some research on what I need to actually get my next tier blood orb. And it looks like what I have to do is actually kill an elemental, and from what I've read, I might need to actually kill a few of them. They're not guaranteed to drop the item that we need. To top that off, the only way that I even have a chance of getting the item is if I kill the mob using a bound blade. So in preparation for this, I've actually gone ahead and I've enchanted this thing with Sharpness 5 and Looting 3. So that should give me my best possible chance to do this. What we're going to be fighting now is we're going to be summoning the Fire Elemental. That's why we have the Incendium, and I also made up a ton of these vials of Magma Skin. Which apparently I don't know, I made these things up, and I got 2 drinks out of 1 bottle, and then it went away. So I don't know if that's something else odd, or if I was just double drinking them somehow. That's I'm not quite sure what happened with that. So anyway, what we're going to be doing, so we have all that put around there. The only thing I need to do is go ahead and put down my blood orb to start this off, which is what we shall do. Alright. Now, I was originally going to try to range these guys like I did the Wither. I have a feeling these guys are going to be significantly easier. Yeah, this is significantly easier. Oh, we got it! Oh, awesome. Okay, let's go ahead and summon the other 2 that we have stuff here for. There's no reason to let this stuff go to waste. I am sure that I'll find a use for some more shards. So we have 4 withers, 3 demons. Well, elementals. It's not really a demon. Okay, so yeah, Sharpness 5 on the bound blade is hilariously effective. Whoa, okay, that was me damaging myself. It's got a little special aura. Okay, we're putting that on to regen. As soon as we get some more health back, I'll go ahead and attack him again. I do not want to cause myself to die. So it should be safe to attack. Here we go, we got another one. I'm lucky that I didn't one-shot myself attacking him. That would be kind of funny, to be honest. Alright, let's go ahead and get that. And just because I knew regen brings hunger, let's have some chili. Let's take this off for now. There we go. See, this is a nice relaxing fight, especially after the Wither. Can't really see him from the fire effects, but hey, whatever. This is like the most laid-back boss fight. Alright, so it looks like we only got 2, but you know what? I'll go with that. That's it's good to have. Let's go ahead and pack this stuff up and then head back to base and get us a blood orb. We'll leave the platform here, if I don't poke holes in it. You know, I should never try to mining like this. This is terrible. It's also very disorienting. Go down the hole. Thank you. Bam. Bam. Alright, now homeward bound. F, V, and vroom. Like you get the little cape going up as you run along. It's hilarious. Alright, so there's more there, which means that the base is back this way. We're just going to make a detour straight to the floating island. The only thing you really have to do to make the orb is literally just... oh, we have 3 of them. That's fantastic. I picked up one without realizing it then. That's great. Okay, let's get back to first-person view so we can see what we're doing. Ah, those particle effects. I still got that for another minute 36. Okay, so we'll take that out. Let's go ahead and put one of these in. Now that's going to go, and I'm hoping that my altar is enough to keep up with it. It should be. I hope. That pool from full, what it was at right now, had about 40,000 in there, so I mean it shouldn't be too terribly bad. Though it might... oh no. I think it should be okay. It's going to be a little bit of a race here. When I first made my Magician's Orb, not the Magician's, the Master Blood Orb, it did this for probably about a minute and a half, but it still made it. I was generating enough blood that it was more than enough to compensate for the blood lost from running out of resources. And this is appearing often enough, I think it should be okay. And I really don't want to prick myself. I could. Yeah, you know what, let's, for old time's sake, let's get a little regen and get a little pricking going on. Hopefully without killing myself, because once is enough. I'd actually like to pretend I only did that once. I've done it multiple times, actually. I have it on camera multiple times, too. That's terrible. I wonder why the object inside of the blood altar disappears as it turns around. It's like it's only being rendered on one side. Oh, there we go. Success. We are now an Archmage. Blood Mage. Oh, that's awesome, though. Let's go ahead and put this thing in there. And that is going to hold a ton of LP in our network. I think before we were at a maximum of 1 million. So this is going to be a nice upgrade. So I've got this going. This is going great. The next thing that I really need to do, let's go downstairs here real quick. My next goal, get rid of all of these runes of self-sacrifice. Those are going to be replaced with either runes of sacrifice or possibly some more sacrifice as well as dislocation, so I can store blood elsewhere and use it at other locations, because I really do have a ton of runes of sacrifice. Yeah, this is kind of obscene. I like it, though. I like it a lot. Also up, I need to start moving... oh, get up there. I need to start moving some stuff downstairs here to cohabitate with the witches. I went ahead and... okay, that one died. I had a witch in here that just spawned in there naturally. I didn't actually jail her, though, so she was going to go away no matter what. But these guys are champs, so we have 3 of them in each of these cells, except for this one, which has 2. And that's just because I ran out of time. I got bored doing it. Let's be completely honest, I got bored. Alright. I think that is going to be it for today, though. I've got a little bit more work I need to do. However, we are getting to the point where I think we can get back to a little bit of Botania and hopefully see what we can do with a fully functioning elven portal. And it's been a long time coming. It's been a very, very, very long time coming. Soon, you should be mine. Soon. Anyway, thank you for watching this episode of Bevo's Tech Back. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave a message in the section below. And as always, have a good day.